Robbers finally made off with a massive cash haul, but they didn't want a single penny of it. Instead, they threw everything out of the plane and even flipped off the security cameras before jumping out without hesitation, plunging toward $200 million. They pulled out pre-prepared knives and cut the ropes binding the cash without a second thought. Bills scattered through the air like snowflakes. Under cover of this money storm, they headed straight for the 1,200-foot Cave of Swallows in Mexico, then deployed their parachutes and vanished without a trace. Soon, cash started raining from the sky. When people realized what was happening, they went crazy grabbing bills. What nobody expected was that the robbers risked their lives purely for the thrill of it. Before police could even piece together what happened, the crew stormed the top floor of a jewelry building on motorcycles, snatched all the gems and jewelry, and before anyone could react, rode straight through the windows from high up. They opened their parachutes and scattered the jewels to the poor below. Police Captain Jack immediately had a hunch. He suspected the robbers were completing an extreme sports challenge, the infamous Ozaki 8. They'd already knocked out 3 challenges: the Emerging Force in Africa, Birth of Sky at Mount Everest, and Awakening Earth at the Cave of Swallows in Mexico. Based on the Ozaki 8 progression, Jack figured their next move would be the 4th challenge, Life of Water. To test his theory, Jack headed to Great White Shark territory. Sure enough, he found the robbers surfing. To earn their trust, Jack disguised himself as an extreme athlete and charged into the waves. His fearless attitude eventually made them drop their guard. Jack seized the moment to ask if he could join their crew and take on the Ozaki 8. What he got in return was a brutal beating from the leader. What Jack didn't realize was that this was actually a test of his commitment. Once the leader confirmed Jack was tough enough, he agreed to let him join. The next day, the leader took him to the Alps at 10,000 feet to tackle the 5th Ozaki challenge, Awakening Wind. At the summit, everyone suited up in wingsuits and dove headfirst off the cliff. Wingsuit flying has a 40% death rate. Out of 8 billion people worldwide, only 600 dare to try it. Luckily, none of them were first-timers, so they quickly hit their stride, flying downward at 125 miles per hour. Soon they reached dense brush. Nobody could afford the slightest distraction. Eyes locked forward. One mistake meant death. They constantly adjusted their flight positions, dodging obstacles as they came. As they shot through the thick forest, they faced the ultimate challenge of Awakening Wind, threading through the 1.2-mile Wallenstadt Canyon. By now, they were flying at over 125 miles per hour. The canyon wasn't that long, but its walls were solid rock. One slip meant being smashed to pieces. They held their breath and kept adjusting, but then an unpredictable air current hit, making flight even harder. Thankfully, their skills were solid enough, and they all made it through the Death Canyon with nothing more than close calls. They deployed their parachutes and landed safely on a grassy field. Everyone was pumped, hugging each other and celebrating their courage. But they had no idea someone would soon pay a terrible price for it, hungry for an even bigger rush.